is up, guys? Welcome back to Gamebird Classic. We got Retro Tyler back once again to talk about the crazy news that landed this morning. Microsoft has purchased Bethesda Studios as they're smaller companies like idSoft, and it's ZeniMax, right? Is the parent company?
Correct. ZeniMax Media.
ZeniMax Media. So, Tyler, initial thoughts. What are you thinking?
I'm not pleased with this. I'm not pleased, to say the least. I told you earlier, I am pissed. I was pissed. I am capital P, capital IS, because I don't know what this means going forward. So in case any of you missed it, this morning, crack of dawn, Microsoft purchased ZeniMax Media for about $7.5 billion and all of its studios. And with that, basically, or most notably, Bethesda comes with games like Dishonored, Wolfenstein, Elder Scrolls, Fallout, Doom, Starfield, Evil Within, and Prey. So now, all of a sudden, all of these games are now Microsoft titles, and they get to do with them as they please.
Mm-hmm. It's one of the craziest announcements of the entire year by far. And real quick before I jump in, I just want to add this really quick. What a year it has been for video games. I mean, we've had three, I guess, like upsetting things for each company. We had what's considered by many to be the lazy ports from Nintendo of the Mario 3D All-Stars collection that upsets people mostly because it's a limited release. A really baffling decision.
Right.
We've got the botched Sony pre-order situation with the PlayStation 5, as well as them being a bit dishonest about their new games being cross-gen, which they said they weren't going to do, which is obviously not the case. And now we've got Microsoft announcing it purchased ZeniMax Studios. It has the rights to all the Bethesda games. Put a lot of fear in people that, great, like, if I'm a PlayStation user or I'm a Nintendo user, do I have to buy a Microsoft console now, even though I generally don't buy those or I don't have the money for them to play the games that I've come to love and enjoy on other platforms forever. But with that being said, my thing with this is that I feel like even though Microsoft acquired ZeniMax Studios, I don't think that necessarily means that those games are now becoming exclusives. And Phil Spencer said before that he wants to move away from console exclusives, that he doesn't really believe in that. Now, whether the suits in black at Microsoft feel the same way, that's a whole nother story.
Right.
But I feel like this is a big move to make Game Pass a more enticing package, and I feel like at worst that a lot of these games might be limited time exclusives.
Right. That's what I was thinking.
That land on other platforms down the road. Or it's just day and date across all platforms. I don't know, Microsoft has taken a really consumer-friendly approach lately, so I feel like I'm not too worried, like, do I have to buy an Xbox Series X to play Elder Scrolls 6? That's my thing. But it does make me worry as far as, like, other companies feeling like, well, I better start buying up studios now to get
just hogging all the studios.
But I mean, what about it upsets you the most? Is it the fact that those games could potentially become exclusive to Microsoft platforms only? Is that the part
that is exactly what is upsetting me, because I don't know. They haven't come out and said anything yet.
Yeah.
I mean, this is perfect timing for Microsoft. If you are a Microsoft fan, you're buying the Xbox, you're good to go. You don't have anything to worry about.
Sure.
I mean, pre-orders go up for the Series S and X tomorrow, so this is great timing for them. But if you
it was timed. It was timed perfectly. Yeah,
perfect.
Definitely.
But like myself, I wanted to buy the PlayStation 5 in mind with, I get to play Demon's Souls, I get to play the next God of War and Elder Scrolls on this system. Yeah. But now I don't know how that's going to look with what you said, whether it's an exclusive or a timed exclusive. Hopefully just a timed exclusive if it is an exclusive at that, or just release across all platforms across the board as it is. That's really my biggest concern, because they haven't come out and said anything yet.
Now, are you a big Bethesda fan of a lot of those
I would say
games?
so.
You'd say
I
so?
would say so. A lot of those
Okay.
games got me back into video games. If it weren't for Skyrim, I probably wouldn't be sitting here talking to you right now.
Okay, so that one played a huge influence on you. I want to say I'm a light Bethesda fan. I love the Elder Scrolls series. I've had so much fun. Oblivion and Skyrim. I love those games to death. I'm not a huge Fallout fan. Fallout lost me. 3 was all right. 4 didn't do it for me. I couldn't finish 4. And Fallout 76, that whole debacle. Nightmare with
I never even tried that one.
Yeah, please don't.
Yeah, no. I don't care how cheap it is at GameStop. I'm not trying it.
The smaller studio stuff like Dishonored's awesome.
I love Dishonored. It doesn't get enough praise. So
if I'm worried about any games becoming Microsoft exclusives, it's probably the Dishonored series, as well as Doom, which is a really cool one that they're doing now. I'm not sure. I feel like I'll be eating my like I said, I'm not worried about it, but I feel like I'll be eating my words if all of these become full-on exclusives for Microsoft.
Oh man.
Where you could play on their console, on PC, or on Android devices with xCloud. That'll be really
That's
upsetting.
the go-to. That's where you want to play your games.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like of the company that's going to be the least affected by this is Nintendo.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You know what I
don't really
mean?
see them being affected. I mean, even with Microsoft's current exclusives, they even fetched Nintendo the bone of Ori, the Ori games, right? They still got Ori. They still got Banjo and Smash. I'm pretty sure Phil Spencer still likes Nintendo.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, it certainly seems that way. My biggest thing with Bethesda is that they have a horrible reputation of putting out big open world games that are janky and broken.
Terrible quality control.
Quality control, and I feel like part of that is that those games sell so well that there's not really any motivation for them to step it up, because they already know they're going to sell. They release Elder Scrolls 6, they're going to sell 40 million, 50 million copies of that game, because Skyrim is still selling on every platform, including Alexa and Echo and Android.
Just got it for my microwave last week, the 5th reboot.
Right? It's going to be in the Teslas and all that. all that.
God.
So
they can get away with it. They don't care.
They can get away with it. And there was a time when both Bethesda and Rockstar were kind of considered the kings of huge open world gaming, but I mean, now we have so many studios that are putting out these AAA open world quality experiences. We've just got Ghost of Tsushima, which is a game that I absolutely adore.
Oh, me too. Oh, I love that game. It's been an absolute pleasure to play.
It's so beautiful, and the exploration is so wonderful in that. And then even Breath of the Wild, Nintendo's real first open world experience, like true open world game that had a level of polish for a company that's doing it for the first time. That's not something you typically get, at least at launch, in a Bethesda game. So if anything, I hope that them having those extra resources and that extra money means that they're putting in, more quality control and more time into putting out a polished experience for gamers. But yeah, I definitely think that if Microsoft goes the route of it's on Xbox only, that's where you play Skyrim and Fallout and Dishonored and all that stuff. It's something people are going to be complaining about for years to come.
Oh, I'll never let up. I'll never forgive them.
You'll never forget?
Never.
Do you feel like it's a reason for you to want to get the Series X now, or do you feel like it makes
the only reason? With
Right.
Elder Scrolls, it would be the only reason. I'd probably steal an Xbox Series S from one of my friends for a month, whatever, then give it back.
Sure.
I wouldn't even go out and grab a system for it. It's like literally the only game I would want on the system.
Right. What's your view of Microsoft now after this acquisition? Is it like, screw you guys?
I don't know how to feel, because going into our current console generation, I wasn't leaning Xbox over PlayStation. I was like, whatever, I'll go where the games are.
Sure.
But I don't know now because it feels like, oh, they're holding my favorite franchises hostage. What do I
Yeah,
do? So
right.
I don't know how to feel. I guess we'll see with the quality of the next Elder Scrolls games, how good Starfield is when it comes out. The next Doom
Yeah.
game, we'll see the quality. If they made them better, oh, I'll be even more heated than I was this morning when it comes
Right.
out.
Yeah, like in a way, you don't want them to be better. You want them to be broken
They
still.
found something better, yeah.
Yeah.
If I can't have it, no one can.
It is weird that Phil Spencer said that exclusives will be on a case by case basis. Did you see that quote from?
I did. It's like they're judging it by the perception of the game almost.
Right, which that's the quote that's weird to me because it's like, what does that mean? You know,
Right.
like we'll see it as it happens. Might be exclusive, it might not. We'll see. We're taking it case by case. So that
That's
one was a little bit weird,
it's like
but
these people need to know this. Like pre-orders come out tomorrow. People need to know
right.
this.
Do you think Game Pass comes to Switch?
I think that would be cool, but I really don't see it happening. It's one of
Okay.
those things where people will always take clues from the void and they say, "Oh, it's going to happen. It's going to happen." I just really don't see it. I mean, the Switch doesn't even have Netflix on it. You want it to stream games that it wouldn't otherwise get. I just don't see it happening. I don't think it's realistic. Maybe if they get a Switch Pro and it can handle or even stream the games better, but I really don't see it. It's one of those things people want, but it won't necessarily get.
Right, right. Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with you there. It seems like a nice little pipe dream that's
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
has too many issues to actually come into fruition. Well, I think that about covers it for kind of our initial thoughts. Do you have any words from Microsoft? Anything you'd like them to know personally?
Nothing I can say on camera.
Nothing you can say on camera. All right, well, you guys heard it here. All right, guys, thanks so much for tuning in. This was just a quick little video between Tyler and myself to give our thoughts on the big announcement from Microsoft today. What do you guys think? Sound off in the comment section below. Are you happy? Are you pissed? Do you think the games are going to be exclusive to Microsoft only, or do you think they're going to release across all platforms? Let us know. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. Helps us out. Also, don't forget to subscribe and smash that notification bell so you can see when we upload next, and we'll see you on the next Gamebird Classic. Peace.
Catch you all later.
What are you doing? I still have tons more videos that you need to check out right now. You can start with this one or this one. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe.